Hello there, my dearies. Um, First and foremost, happy belated new moon in Capricorn. Okay, but this is for the whole collective. If you go back to my other recording, please go back because I gave a whole warning of privacy. Okay, of these coven members. When I say privacy, I'm talking about their initials and first name only, and a brief description of what they've done, and the middle word of the establishment of where these people perform at, because a lot of these people are musically inclined. And that middle word is brass. I do not want to spend forever on this video because there's a lot of assholes. This is asshole number one video. 121 on the timer, and it's funny how the heater went on when I said that. No, so number one video of assholes. Number one, J.H. Josh, my karmic masculine and the culprit who started this spiritual and psychological warfare. Played in bands called Merciless and Nocturnus. Of course, those aren't the full names of the bands, but all members were involved. I said right here, remember, I'm only giving one or two names of the bands or shortening their names to keep the privacy. Josh did love breakup spells, so my divine masculine and I would split. He did it out of spite and jealousy and was so angry that he was determined to punish me for leaving him because it brought up his abandonment issues. He abused his talents, especially when it comes to sex magic, to the point where he's got erectile dysfunction now. And he's so jealous of my divine masculine that he's been trying to do magic on him so that he'll get erectile dysfunction too. FYI, when Josh declared war, he said that he was willing to do anything to win at all costs. He also promised the devil that I would be his sacrifice. And on top of that, I think people must know that Josh has killed other people before and used them as sacrifices too. Josh and the others started attacking me by giving me psychic attacks. He loves chaos magic, shape-shifting, and energy manipulation. 333 on the timer. And out of everyone that was involved, he was the most brutal one. Furthermore, everyone did graveyard dirt magic, astral travel to me in my sleep to siphon off my energy, and made me so sick to the point where I was bedridden many times. He also sent monitoring spirits and demonic entities to follow me everywhere. And trust me, man, I could feel the evil. And these entities supposed to get me into a fatal car crash. And many of you out there could feel like you've been feeling like you're gonna get into a fatal car crash with the way other people have been driving and swerving around you, yo. Well, because of that, I hate to say it, but what you project out there is what you're gonna get. And there's gonna be a couple who passes away like that. It's sad, but it is what it is. And that's just a smidgen of it. Because in the physical world, Josh has committed so many crimes, including affairs with minors and using them for sacrifices. And because of that, I think he deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison without parole. And he and the others have been involved with tax fraud, tax evasion, identity theft, and using the dark web to hire hitmen and to buy illegal weapons, etc. Crazy. Josh and the others have stolen people's social security numbers so they can get credit cards and spend all the money to the point where it not only left that person in debt, but it also ruined their credit score. And then this is the one that gets me, man. On the last full moon that we had, which was on January 3rd, okay, and I think it was in Cancer, if I'm not mistaken, which is all about emotions. Okay. They conjured up the 7 princes of hell, which include, I'm not conjuring up shit, this is just educational purposes. They conjured up the 7 princes of hell, Satan and Lucifer, which I find it weird how they can be interchangeable. You know, it's weird. So Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, my mom, Abaddon, Belphegor, and Asmodeus. I am not calling on these demons. Oh no. Speaking of murder, I think other coven members have sacrificed people in the past too. So technically speaking, they're considered serial killers. 717 on the timer. Person number 2, H.M. Heather. She's one of the owners of the music venue and a dark high priestess. Cursed everything, especially my love life and my money. Number 3, D.M. Damien. Married to Heather and also owns the music venue. He's a dark high priest who cursed everything and kept me stagnant in life. And in the spiritual sense, I felt like I was a prisoner or a lab rat that was being tested on. Seriously, like to see how I would react to different types of magic. It was the weirdest shit. Like I could feel them like bippity boppity boo trying to figure out, oh, well, how do they react to chaos magic or, mental illusions and, monitoring spirits or marine spirits or what. Number 4, R.M. Ray. She's Josh's ex-wife and karmic. Tried to copycat me by using body and beauty magic because she was jealous about how obsessed Josh was with me. She also did black magic on Josh in secret while she was at her stepmom's house or at her cousin's house. Now, I want to make it perfectly clear that I never gave a fuck about Josh or Ray. No. They can keep their trashy shit to themselves, and I think that they're polygamous. Is that what you call them? Yeah, trading partners and swinging and shit, and no. For all the divine feminines out there, the karmic masculine could have wanted you to be the third party with that marriage or couple, whatever. Weird shit. Fuck that. That's disgusting. At least to me. That's disgusting. Everybody has their own preference. Let's see here. Well, and I personally think that Josh is the spirit of Ahab or Judas in disguise, and Ray is a Jezebel spirit in disguise. Number 5, R.H. Rachel. She's Josh's sister, and she cursed everything in my life and kept me stagnant. I think she had a voodoo doll of me and used divination to spy on me. I also think that she had a crystal ball, or somebody in this coven had a crystal ball and used it and abused it so much, and it soaked up so much evil and negative energy that the bitch broke. Okay? And she also used tarot cards. Number 6, W.H. Wendy. I think she's Josh's cousin. She cursed my money and love life. And I think she wanted me to be so sick to the point where I would be bedridden. Number 7, L.L. Laura. I think she's Ray's stepmom. She's a kitchen witch and spied on me using divination. Laura cursed everything and wanted me homeless. Number 8, A.R. Alyssa. She's Ray's cousin. She's a kitchen witch. Alyssa helped Ray learn how to make food that had Ray's menstrual cycle and possibly some rat poison in it. This was Ray's way of getting revenge on Josh for being so obsessed with me. Now, going back to Alyssa, she cursed my life and wanted me homeless, and she abused divination to spy on me. It's crazy shit. Number 9, L.W. Lori. I think she's Josh's aunt or cousin. Okay. She's a dark high priestess and has special connections with people all around the world. She cursed everything in my life, kept me stagnant, and wanted me homeless. I think she may have wanted me to get cancer or some other terminal illness. Number 10, D.W. David. He's married to Lori. David has special connections to many people all over the world, too. And he's one of the go-to guys when you need something done, if you catch my drift. And David knows how to use his resources wisely. Number 11, LDP. LaDonna. Her name was a little difficult to hyphenate, but I did my best. She's a dark high priestess and has connections with people everywhere, especially in South America and Eastern Europe. LaDonna helps the coven by hiring their hitmen from Europe, and she travels to South America to pay practitioners for spell work or to obtain special supplies. These are supplies that you're not going to get your hands on in America. Okay, so she would go and get these supplies and bring them back to America, sneak them in somehow, bring them back to America so the coven could use them for their own rituals. And I think LaDonna paid someone for me to get cancer or some other terminal illness too. I'm telling you guys that in the past, there's been a lot of people who have died from terminal illnesses. If this particular couple hasn't died from a fatal car crash, then they will soon. And you know what's sad is that when you're sending curses and hexes to somebody and it goes back, it may not go back specifically to you, but it'll go on to maybe your aunt, your uncle, your kids, or whatever. And you're just creating more generational curses. Number 12, LLG, Laura. I think she's related to Josh, or she's close friends with his real blood family. She's a dark high priestess and cursed everything and made me sick. A lot of, not just me, but a lot of the divine feminines out there, we were sick. Like, oh my god, they fucked our shit up medically. Like, I don't know about you, but fuck, there would be times where you would be trying to drive yourself to the doctor with a bucket in your hand. Well, one hand here, blah. You know what I mean? And then when you get there and they check you out, we can't figure it out. It's not a virus. It's, that maybe y'all had an endoscopy or some shit. Couldn't find anything. Y'all could have had weird, severe muscle and joint pains, and it's like, what the hell? At your age, or you're way too young to get that shit. It was all spell work. And I've seen a lot of people, a lot of women who, which makes me want to cry because I've had this issue. Some women developed cysts in their breasts, which I had that many years ago. It's a painful surgery and a painful recovery. There were some women out there who developed cancer randomly. Or fuck, busted ankles, broken feet, heart attacks, strokes, you name it. They tried everything. And like, I made a recording way back in the day saying something like, y'all are probably so fucking sick and bedridden and missed out on so many days of work. That's if you had a job, because these fuckers really stomped on your shit. If you had a job, you missed out on so many days of work that you got fired. Okay. Number 13. MB. Mike. He's in a band called Nocturnus. Of course, that's not the full name, but Mike is a very talented dark high priest. And, like, dude, I could feel like I was spiritually, I could feel like I was on lockdown as a prisoner in a cage. Physical 3D, I'm not in prison or jail, but spiritually I felt like stuck, just stagnant. Number 14, BK, Belial, which I find it very ironic that he gave himself the nickname of one of the 7 princes of hell. Okay. He also plays in Nocturnus. Of course, that's not the whole name. Uh, Cursed my money, my love life, and gossiped about me. Number 15. T.S. Tom. He's in a band called Not Kill. Of course, that's not the whole name. But he was cursing me and my divine masculine's love life. My divine masculine's name is Sean. Tom was a secret hidden enemy. He used to work at the same place that my divine masculine did. In fact, it was Sean who got Tom his job. They spent a lot of time together. In fact, they spent a lot of time together, so it was easy for Tom to lie to Sean about me and to relay all personal info back to the coven. Because with all that info, they could just keep coming up with more lies and narratives, false narratives to confuse divine masculine. hmm And right after Sean and I broke up, Tom and I actually tried to make plans for lunch. And seeing as how there were so many mind games going on, I guarantee that Tom was a setup to see if I would actually do it. If so, then that would have been evidence of me acting like a whore. And just to let you know, guys, 21:51 on the timer. I never expected that Tom and I would ever try to make lunch plans, considering how, when breakups happen and people take sides and shit, uh, I'm thinking to myself, Tom is gonna take Sean's side and I'm gonna be over here, but Tom was single back then, that I know of, and tried to schedule a lunch date with me as friends. But then he started talking about wanting to cuddle with me, and I said, absolutely not. Like, what the fuck? That was a setup to make me look like a whore. That's what that was. 22, 24. Oh man. I also think that Tom was fucking around with the demon called Golem or Gollum. I'm not trying to conjure that up, but I know it's a demon in Hebrew folklore. Okay, and this demon, it's meant to destroy people's lives and their property and creations, aka such as my tarot reading channel, because I've had a lot of me and other people in the collective who have been trying to give readings and shit. You guys have fucked with us a lot, and that's because we're giving out the truth. We're whistleblowers, and you hate it, but no matter what, we still come back. And let's see, I think Tom was using this demon to ruin any chances that Sean could have had with promotions at work, and kept telling Sean that I wasn't the one for him and that there's plenty of other fish in the sea. I want to make it clear, that I had no idea what Tom was doing behind the scenes at the time. Yeah, I turned him down. It was crazy. And you know what? I don't think my divine masculine had any idea either. Because I put the pieces of the puzzle together a long time ago before he did. Because he was still, after the breakup happened, he went back to living the old toxic lifestyle. Meanwhile, I had no choice but to really grow up fast because this coven had a fucking noose around my neck and I couldn't breathe and a whole bunch of other life shit happened which I know the coven caused because that's a part of death magic. Non-stop hardships and obstacles to the point where you're like, can I ever catch a fucking break? Anyways, number 16, Casey, which is Caitlin. She's Tom's girlfriend. Think she worships the ball or Beelzebub. She made me sick and gave me a crap ton of medical problems, especially migraines with crown chakra attacks. Really? It's like Excedrin migraine, best friend. The next one, we have CDL. Chris. I did my best to hyphenate his name. You know, I think he played in a band with Josh, but I'm not sure if it's in the state or if it's another state where it's up north. Could be New Jersey or New York. But let me tell you, Chris, not only did he curse everything in my life, but he did a lot of sex magic on me and very rough around the edges. I can just tell in the images and visions that I got, just very rough around the edges. And no offense, but I've noticed that people that come from up north that way, New York, New Jersey, just rough. And I think it's just because it's a rough type of lifestyle up there. Number 18, VM. Vinny. I think he also used to be in a band with Josh. And he did a lot of sex magic on me too. Because, yo, guys, this may sound like TMI, but with all the sex magic that was going on, and I would be cleansing myself outside, the amount of the black smoke that came out from the stage, and dragon blood sage, it was black. I mean, yo, when there's good energy around, whatever, I mean, you're gonna see clear, good white smoke coming. But when it's dark and negative shit, ooh, it's gonna be black. And I just felt so fucking violated. I mean, whether it's in the 3D or in the 5D, I felt very violated. 28:58 on the timer. Number 19, LD. Lisa. She had a situationship with one of my Divine Masculine's roommates. I have many fond memories of Lisa. Because you know what's funny is that we had an inside joke together called 7-Eleven because her birthday, March 7th, mine, the 11th. So it was like the gas station, 7-Eleven. But anyways, she betrayed me by being a setup. After me and Sean broke up and after the situationship was done with that roommate, she went off and did her own thing, but whenever she got a hold of me, it was on the occasional, like maybe once or twice every 4 to 5 months. It was weird, but she would always ask me really personal questions about my life and how it was going at the time. And she relayed that information to the coven. And she also cursed my money, my love life, because I'm gonna be honest, but Lisa, 30-50 on the timer as I say this. Lisa does not have a good history of having good relationships. No. From what she's told me, a lot of her boyfriends and crap from the past, except for one guy that was like her high school sweetheart, every other guy has treated her like she's just a side piece. And I will say that my DM has fucked up, yeah, but I know he's the one. I just know in my heart. I'm not hopeless. I know the coven wants me to be hopeless, but there was somebody in my past that was even worse that actually hit me and threw me across a room where I thought that my arm damn near popped out of its socket. Well, with Lisa, what a shame, man. It almost makes me want to cry. 32-23 on the timer. Number 20. DC Dan. He's in a band called Christ. Of course, that's not the whole full name, but man, he had a stronghold over my money. And the next one is AK. The name is Ange. ANJ. It's an interesting name. Sounds Indian to me. She's married to Dan, and I had a voodoo doll of me. She used divination to spy on me, had a stronghold over my money, my love life, and wanted me homeless. The next one you have CM. Craig. Engaged to a girl named Heather, or at least that's what I knew in the past. Definitely a high priest, because he worked very closely with Josh at the time, trust me. Because it cursed everything, especially my love life. It was like him and Josh neck and neck like that. And the last time that I saw him at the music venue, he tried to hide away from me by using his hand to cover his face. And I'm thinking to myself, really? How juvenile? And not only that, but bro, that gives you away, man. But I don't think that they thought that I knew what the fuck was going on already. Next one. HS. Heather. She's engaged to Craig. Like I said, or I think in the past. She's a dark high priestess and has a voodoo doll of me so she could do body and beauty magic. She also cursed everything, especially my love life, and kept me stagnant. You know, I'm not for real over the past 11 years. Now, almost what, 11 and a half, almost 12 years now? God, damn the stagnation. Like, oh my god. It's like you can move 5 steps forward, and these bitches will throw you 10 to 20 back. Number 24. LB. Lena. She's Sean's karmic and a dark high priestess. She was a mega bully, okay, in both the physical and the spiritual world. She hated me ever since I got with Sean. And whenever she saw me, she made sure to throw it in my face by saying, you know, you could, oh my god. You know, I could have had him. You know, I could have had him. And let me tell you what, in a woman's world, them be some fucking fighting words. But you know what? My DM always told me to ignore it, and I did. Because it can go two ways. If I did say something back, probably would have escalated worse to something, a physical fight, and then, someone calls the cops, gets arrested, da da da. Not worth it. But on the other hand, no offense to my DM, but ignoring what she was saying just gave her more room to bully me like that. And Lena did every type of black magic on me and Sean, and she made me very sick. She caused me a lot of health problems and had a voodoo doll of me. It's crazy. She was jealous of me because she used to date my divine masculine many years ago. But when Sean found out that Lena was sleeping with his friends, he broke up with her. And then I came around many years later down the road. Now here's the plot twist. When my karmic masculine, Josh, decided to get everyone involved in doing death magic on me, there came a time when he started sleeping with Lena while he was still married. And somewhere in Lena's delusional mind, she thought she was gonna get Sean back. Lena and my DM were having a secret situationship. Sorry for the embarrassment, but it's the cards are out on the table, y'all. I mean, people ain't stupid and shit. I mean, so technically speaking, Lena was sleeping with Josh and my divine masculine at the same time. And on the other hand, Josh was sleeping with Lena and his wife at the same time. And I don't think that my divine masculine knew shit about that at the moment, because talk about a Jerry Springer shit show on steroids. Like, these people have no shame. Oh, I also think that Lena lied about being pregnant. Just professional prostitute with an STD and a total junkie, just like Josh is. Oh, excuse me. 1 second. Getting me all that I want made me go bathroom. Number 25. AA. And this person deserves to go to AA. Abby. She used to be best friends with Lena. She was a mega bully in both the 3D and the 5D. Okay? She astral traveled to me in my sleep, cursed the shit out of my money and love life, and made me sick. And I think Abby had a voodoo doll of me too. and kept me stagnant in life and sent me the spirit of depression so that I would check out. And when I say a bully in the physical world, I'm talking like, you better make sure what the fuck you said to her because she was a ticking time bomb. And if she was best friends with Lena, what? Ooh. Like, I can honestly imagine Abby, okay, perhaps, let's say, hypothetically say, getting into a physical fight, whatever, which I didn't. But if it had happened, I could see that person, not helping, obviously, but kicking and shit, like, completely adding into it. See, and I think that she could have been another Jezebel spirit. 41:14 on the timer. And the last one for this, number 26, is JP. Jen. She plays in a band, but I don't remember their name. She's got long blonde hair, and her Facebook profile picture is of her sharing her spaghetti with her dog, or that's what the picture used to be. She was also a huge spiritual bully and gave me psychic attacks, sent monitoring spirits and demonic entities to follow me everywhere. And I'm not sure if I said this already, but had a voodoo doll of me and like maybe try to stitch the eyes with red thread, like cross-eyed with red thread, so that I would lose my intuition. And maybe probably try to stitch closed mouth so wouldn't talk. Or she could have also taken, a wad of cash and stuck it in the doll with pin needles, so couldn't make any money, couldn't see, couldn't say anything. Okay, and then also gang stalked me. When she was manifesting off of my sacral energy, I think she was able to have the luxury of working a job just half time and then maybe the other half. Oh, she was stalking. She was stalking me just like other people were. Knows where I live. Okay. She cursed my love life. And thought I was stuck up. And she gossiped about me too. There was a lot of gossip. Lots. Okay? Now here's the thing. Because I'm putting the cards out on the table, y'all. Because I have been spiritually and physically. It's been nonstop. Anyways, Jen's got a horrible reputation for getting so fucked up that she ends up having sex with someone or a random stranger but doesn't remember it the next day. And I think she became a drug addict. Just like Lena and Abby and Josh. And I think it has to do with heroin, with the needles, or Roxy's. Okay, and I'm done for that page. Wow, 44:55 on the timer.